tomorrow all things were gone, I worked for all my life. I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my God above for living here today. The flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died and gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Hi, welcome to Citizen Watch, where your voice matters. My name is Allison Salinas, and I'm your host tonight. We do a weekly podcast every Monday night, and we bring a different guest on. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce my guest for tonight. We've got an important night tonight, so we've got a lot to discuss. I'm very excited, a little bit disheartening by something I posted earlier, but we'll get to that. I'd like to introduce Keaton Thor. I hope I said that right. Yes. Hi, Keaton. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? And you did say my name right, just so you know.
Awesome. So I'm glad to say that. So we are going to take a minute, Keaton, and give a moment of silence for 13 seconds for the 13 men and women and for the thousands left behind.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, guys. So as you know, the last plane left Afghanistan today and left thousands behind. So we keep those men and women in our prayers, and children, and anybody who's over there. Definitely keep them in our prayers for some kind of safe return. It's sickening, but we're not going to go into that right now. I'd rather touch on a better subject as far as something a little more awesome. So we are going to switch over, and we're going to talk to Keaton. This gentleman I met him online, and I can't wait to meet him in person. And he has done an outstanding job jumping forward with 2 feet in for an event that's coming up. So Keaton, you want to tell us a little bit about what's going on and what you've been helping with and what I've been keeping you busy with?
Yes, Allison, I reached out to her a couple days ago about speaking at an event because, I'm a patriot, I'm young, I love public speaking, I love this country, and I love freedom. And I'm tired of seeing so much of our freedom being taken away by people who don't have that authority and people just allowing it to happen. And so we are having a rally on October 2nd from 1 to 4 p.m. at our state capitol here in Illinois. It's going to be in Springfield, Illinois. And for those of you who don't know, our governor has recently issued a new mask mandate and a vaccine mandate on state workers and teachers, which is absolutely atrocious. They don't have that authority. A mandate is not a law. And even Nancy Pelosi has come out and said, we cannot force them to be vaccinated. And I do have that video, so people who say, oh, you're lying, she never said that. I do have that video.
Nice.
And so, at least we have one Democrat standing up and saying, hey, we can't force these people to do that. I don't like Nancy Pelosi that much, but I do like her for at least speaking up on that. But we can't force mandates. We can't force vaccines. We can't force masks. It's against the law, and people are just allowing it to happen. We didn't elect the CDC. We didn't elect the FDA. They have no control, but they think they do.
Absolutely. So October 2nd, State Capitol, it is titled, and this title, guys, got a lot of attention, and I knew it would. That's why it was named this. It was perfect. So it is a statewide 1776 Freedom Rally. So we are going to bring it like no other. We have some amazing guests, including Keaton, that is speaking. And he's got an awesome speech. I can't wait to hear it in public. I've gotten the privilege to look at it. So it's wonderful, and it just grabs at your heart, and it grabs at your soul, and it brings America back to you. It kind of refreshes things a little bit, which I think we all need nowadays. You know, I'm real proud of my introductory song, but these days I know a lot of people, and especially in Illinois, well, all around the world, but Illinois, they're not feeling it, guys. They're not feeling we're free. They're not feeling that, you know, this is the country that we, you know, lived and breathed in for so long. And now it's just, you know, it's not just not, you know, it didn't just now happen, but this, everything it's kind of like a tumbleweed effect, and it's getting scary. It is. I think it's beyond that point, actually, at this point. But you know, this event is going to bring it all back. You know, I've preached and preached and preached about, you know, there's strength in numbers, and this event's going to prove it. So a little bit about this event that Keaton and I and other people are working on very hard. We've got some very dedicated people that are giving up their time for this. Some amazing speakers, and we're going to go through those speakers. I'm going to let Keaton pull up the speaker list on his phone while I'm talking, and maybe he can, you know, after I'm done, he's going to announce each speaker that we have so far. We do have some pending. We are waiting for phone calls back, so we'll see. Right now, let's see, I should have had this pulled up, but I didn't, so I'm going to go pull it up right now. So it has been a full 24 hours since we've had the page up, and 535 people are going in or interested. So that's, for one day, that's pretty good, guys. So
Right.
I'm impressed. I'm a little floored. I'm like, yay, let's do this. And I get all excited, and I see 10 or 20 more people jump on. And so we've got a lot going on. So a little about this event. Keaton, can you go ahead and tell us who our speakers are so far?
Yes, ma'am. So far we have Bethy Rogers. She's going to be doing a prayer for this event. I don't know much about her, but Allison, I believe you've got
She's
her.
amazing.
We have Shane Bouvet, who's a good friend of mine and a personal friend of Donald Trump's, President
Yes.
Trump. And he knows quite a few people. We have Cash Jackson, Johnny Chapman, Allison, of course, Tasha, I don't know how to pronounce her last name,
Diachi.
Chuck Erickson.
And Chuck Erickson is from Freedom 515, guys. He got permission to speak at the event, so he's an amazing guy. Brings a lot of heart to the topics. Keep going.
And then we have Jack Lombardi. He's been leading a really big fight against the mask mandates, especially for children in school, which is great. I'm a friend with him on Facebook. We kind of chatted back and forth. Do we have Liz and Kim confirmed as speakers?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm still waiting on them. I need to call them tomorrow.
Okay. But we
So-
have other big names pending, so hopefully
Yes.
we can get some good people here and get
Yes.
a crowd. It's not about the people that are speaking; it's about the movement itself.
It is.
But a small name like me and you here. I mean, you're a little bit bigger than I am. You're running for Senate after all. But it's not about the people who are speaking. It's about the movement behind it and why we need to stand up. I mean, great. It'd be great if we could get huge speakers because they could draw a crowd. But this movement should be enough to draw the crowd. And I think people need to realize that instead of saying, oh, it's not going to do any good. It's not going to do any good. Well, if the founding fathers had said that, would we be here today?
Right.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And guys, you know, it's about coming together, and it's about, you know, standing together as one. And, you know, I'm going to tell you like this. If you have griped on Facebook If you have complained about what's going on, if you're hurt by what's going on, if you're mad by what's going on, get out to Springfield on October 2nd from 1 to 4 p.m. We're going to have some amazing speakers again, like, Keaton has already explained. We've got more pending and we're working on some things. So, we're already getting the crowd. One day, 500 people, come on. If we did that, it's not till October 2nd. So if we did that every day from now till then, imagine how much we could pack Springfield. There are buses that are coming from different directions that are going to be stationed at different directions to pick up people. It is $25 a person for a round trip. You pay the driver when you load, and then you get on the bus and go back to where you started from to go to your car or wherever you're going. That way we can get groups. Because the idea is to draw it kind of into Springfield so that the center point has everybody being able to come together. So we kind of, I think we added Collinsville. So the addresses where the buses will be are on the Facebook page. And if you go to Facebook, and type in statewide 1776 Freedom Rally, then you'll find us. So if you can, click going, share the event, tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody that's a patriot that wants our freedoms back. And I had a couple of people ask me, what kind of flags can we bring? I better see some Trump flags out there. I better see them waving loud and proud. I tell you what, I know a lot of people that got Trump flags, and they better bring them. And, don't tread on me flags, American flags, if it's about freedom and independence, you bring it. And, go ahead.
Oh, me? So, you were talking about flags. I'm just going to tell people the name of my speech. I've written it. It's called Old Glory. And I want to see Old Glory waving high up in the air, because she represents so much more than just those colors, red, white, and blue. She represents all of us in everything that we are fighting for, everything that we are, everything that we have become, everything that America is. And a lot of us have forgotten what the idea of America is. And that's
right.
Something that is in my speech. Like, we need to remember what this is. Like, there are kids now that don't know the history of our nation, that think that masks and mandates and going to school and not being able to interact with people is normal. And it saddens me because it's not normal. And I mean, I see my little brother have to wear a mask to school every day, and it's just not right.
Yeah, it's not. It's saddening and it's sickening. There's so much wrong with it. But, and I've always said I felt this way. If you want to wear a mask, wear one. If you want to get a vaccine, it's your choice. But don't force it on other people. That's where it's wrong. Everybody has a choice. Everybody has decisions to make in their lives. And this is one of them. But don't go through shoving it down other people's throat. Don't do that.
Right.
A
lot of people, they say, oh, people are selfish if they don't wear their mask, or if they don't vaccine or whatever. We're very pro-vaccine, very pro-mask if you want to do that.
Right.
It's the government overreach and the government mandates that infuriates us, and why we can't just let that slide. If we let one thing slide, then boom, give them an inch, they take a mile, basically what you have to say. We can't allow this to happen. And the government, like I said earlier, we did not elect the CDC. We did not elect Dr. Fauci. We did not elect the FDA or the World Health Organization. They don't control us. And the minute we stand up, the minute this all stops.
Yep. And that's why we're doing this, guys. That's why we're bringing this to the capital of Illinois. I know, a lot of people have told me, why there? No, nobody ever shows up. Well, I got 500 people on my page that said they're coming or interested. So, and that going number is not small. So we're going to bring it. We're going to bring some media. We're going to, notify all the media around town and get them out there. And, we're going to make sure that we're heard loud and clear. and we're out to set a precedent. We're out to make a difference. And a lot of people realize that they say, or not realize, but they say that it's we've been screaming for so long and nobody's listening. Well, because we're not loud enough. For a long time when I first started running back in January, all I heard was Republicans sit down. They're the silent majority. We're done being silent. We're done. We're the majority, all right. We're the patriot majority. You damn straight we are. But we got to be loud and we got to be proud. And the more people we have there, the louder we are. So I'm super excited about this, guys. And I apologize. I'm normally all bubbly and jumping around, but I'm extremely tired. I've been on my phone for 4 days straight. So, but that's okay. That's part of the gig. I get it. I'm here. I'm always here for you guys. And I appreciate everything everybody does. I think it's amazing. I think that the cause speaks for itself. And, if, you're an American and you believe in your country, you believe in your kids, you believe in your family, come show it, come all at once and be there. And oh my gosh. So it's amazing to see the interaction that I've seen throughout the state of Illinois so far in one day. 24 hours is amazing. I had people, message me and say, hey, they kind of asked about a flyer, which is coming out. The draft is coming out tomorrow for that. And I will look at it and make sure it's all right. And if it is, we'll post it up. I'm sure it will be amazing. The Freedom 515 team, I believe, is working on that, which is Chuck Erickson. And I'm excited to see it. I really am. I know that they've got some talent, and I can't wait to see it. So, Keaton, what are you expecting? We're going to kind of switch over to the event when it happens. What are you hoping to see, I guess? When you step out of your car on October 2nd and put your foot on the Capitol and you see all those people there, what are you expecting to happen? What are you expecting to see? What's going to go on in your head?
I'm expecting 2nd Street in front of the Capitol to be closed off and it just filled with patriots, and maybe even more streets. The Capitol grounds filled with patriots. I want to see a movement like no other. I want to be able to see a big crowd like at a Trump rally, like I've seen before.
Right.
I mean, we're all here. We just need to finally stand up and say we're sick of this. Because you're right, we are the silent majority. And a lot of us have woken up and we're like, we're done just sitting by and letting this craziness go on. You can make all the noise you want. You can BLM protests, Antifa protests, that's fine. Do that peacefully. But the minute you start trampling on my rights and my family's rights and my fellow Americans' rights, then things take a sour turn. I want to see people's love for this country that day, because I know so many people do, and I want there to be a positive reaction to what we're doing, because this is not a negative thing that we're trying to fight for. We're fighting for our freedom, which is the most precious thing in the world. I mean, not Governor Reagan, President Reagan said that freedom is never more than one generation from being extinct.
Right. Keaton, you're hang on. Keaton, you got a lot of background noise, I guess. People are saying they can barely hear you.
What about now?
Okay, let's see. Just keep talking and we'll see if we can get a comment.
Well, like I said, President Reagan said that freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction, and I think we need to finally stand up and teach not just ourselves and talk amongst ourselves, but teach the younger people, the younger generation, people my age, about freedom and why it is so important that we cannot lose it. Everyone hears, oh, free this, free that from Bernie Sanders and AOC, free college, free welfare. It's not free.
Right.
and then eventually it turns to communism and or socialism and communism, and then guess what? We're a third world country.
And we're not far from it, guys. We're really not.
And it's just, I want to see young people there. I want to see all races there. I want to see everyone there. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or you're a Republican. If you are a patriot and you love this country, show up. If you love your freedom, show up. Send a message to the tyrants, Republicans and Democrats, who are tyrannical. It's not a partisan issue.
No.
It's not about Republican versus Democrat. This is freedom versus communism.
It is. It definitely is. So we have a comment. They can hear you better, so that's good.
Great.
It's okay. It happens. You can't bank on technology all the time. But yeah, so we're looking forward to this. So we've got some amazing guests. It is, again, October 2nd, 1 to 4 p.m. I had to think about that. And again, we have some amazing speakers. We have Bethy Rogers, who is going to lead us in prayer. So I'm super excited about that. I do believe that God is the driving force in all of this. I am a 100% Christian, so I believe God will guide us through this the right way, and we will make some noise. So I'm really super excited about all this. And if there's any questions about the event, I usually end my last couple minutes where the comments are open, I can see them. So if anybody has any questions about the event, again, there are buses. Keaton, can you look up the sheet that has the buses on it on the event page and kind of go over? You don't have to list the addresses. They can go on the page, but at least list what towns they're going to be parked at for people to load on, if you don't mind.
Yep, I got it. Just give me a second.
Sure.
Okay. We have Collinsville, Rockford, Decatur, Effingham, Peoria, and Joliet.
Awesome. So that's a good spread. So I think that's a wide enough spread to where people can get on a bus if they want. There are people that are carpooling. If you get on the event page and say, hey, I'm looking for a carpool in this town, someone else will respond if they're there in that town and they're coming. So I'm hoping everybody can link up, buddy, and bring a friend, come with a friend, do what you got to do to get there. And like Keaton said, one event that I went to in Germantown Hills had like 7-year-olds on little bikes. That would be amazing. That would be amazing to see our youth and our young children out there seeing what America is really about and what Illinois really stands for. And to see the red wave of people that are standing together and saying enough's enough. And, it fascinates me. It fascinates me to see that so many people hold on a minute. I apologize. Okay, maybe that wasn't right. Okay, I don't know. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, let's see something. Okay, so basically all the buses are out there. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Sorry, I got distracted. Each person needs to pay $25 to the driver when you load. You do not pay anybody else. Do not pay me. Do not pay Tasha. Do not pay anybody. You pay the driver when you load, and they put it in a bag, I'm assuming, and then you load, they take you, and then you get back on the bus and they take you back to the location is how it works. So it's an awesome service, and we are very blessed to have these charter buses jump on board. So we're very excited. I believe on the Facebook page, the addresses are listed under each city of where the buses are going to be stationed. So that's important to look up, guys. All of the information that is needed to be on the event page is on the event page. And so everybody get their cars if they can drive it. Like I said, buddy up with a partner, go carpool, jump on a bus, do what you got to do to get there, guys. So we're going to end a little early tonight. We're only like 5 minutes early, so it's no big deal. But I know Keaton's probably exhausted. I call him a lot and I message him a lot, so I try not to. But he's a very good person, and I appreciate everybody's helps. Let's see if somebody had a question. Okay, you need times to meet the buses and when they'll be leaving. I will, Chuck. That's coming in the next couple of days. I will update that so everybody has that. That is the last piece of the puzzle that we're working on. So I will make sure that that's done. So, and that will be listed as well. I will make a new sheet, just like the one we have now already. And underneath the address, we'll have the updated times, pickup and when they'll be leaving, so that nobody misses their buses. We will make sure that that doesn't happen. So I'm excited about this, guys. So I want to thank everybody for coming on Citizen Watch, where your voice matters. As always, my name is Allison Salinas. I am your host, and I will see you next Monday night, unless something drastic, unless Biden does something else stupid and I have to do a live. Then I will see you Monday night at 7:30. We've got some powerful guests coming next week. So some of the guests that'll be guest speakers, I'm going to have them on here. So I'm excited about that. So I want everybody to have a blessed night. Try to find something that makes you happy. Try to turn off the news for tonight. Enjoy some family time. Do whatever you got to do. But get ready for this rally. We're going to bring power. We're going to bring punch. And we're going to bring freedom. And that's the most important thing. And we're going to bring togetherness and unity. We're going to show the rest of the world that Illinois can do it right. And I think that's going to set a precedent. So I'm very excited. Thank you, Keaton, for coming on to Citizen Watch. I'm glad to have you. And God bless and good night.